Hejka, hejka, witajcie wszyscy po chyba 2-tygodniowej przerwie. Mam nadzieję, że nie 3-tygodniowej. Więc tak, już wam włączam, pokazuję, kto tu jest u nas na ekranie głównym. Czekajcie. Gdzie pyk? O! Ślicznie. Aha, nie, czekajcie. Muszę wejść. O! Jakby było... Zaraz włączę muzykę. Jakby było coś za głośno, to dawajcie od razu znać. Bo dla mnie jest. Sobie to już i tak ściszam bardzo. Ale... O, a wy to słyszycie niby dobrze, a ja to słyszę mniej. To dobrze. Witam was w kolejnym live'ie Corpse Factory. Dawałam o nim znać na Instagramie i podejrzewam, że tam będę coraz częściej dodawała, może nawet codziennie, jak spamiętam. I też jak wspomniałam, może pogramy dzisiaj z 4 godzinki, zobaczymy, bo jak wiadomo, język angielski potrafi nieźle wykończyć. Wybaczcie. No. Jak daleko jesteśmy nie mam pojęcia. W sumie. Mam nadzieję, że już tak mniej więcej w połowie, ale nie jestem w stanie powiedzieć, jak to się dzieli na akty, bo jeszcze nam się to w sumie nie podzieliło na żaden akt. Nie mieliśmy takiego odcięcia stricte. Więc... Aha, jeszcze sobie tutaj miałam ładnie na czat wejść, żeby widzieć was ładnie, jak ktoś coś pisze. Jesteśmy całkiem daleko, jeżeli chodzi o... No tak połowa, nie? Tak jakby tych obrazów. Więc... Wydaje mi się, że jesteśmy na dobrej drodze. Podejrzewam, że kilka obrazów będzie też do konkretnych zakończeń. Więc jakąś tą część pewnie będziemy mieli i tak zablokowaną do pewnego momentu. Dobrze. Gdzie myśmy to ostatnio skończyli? Moment, muszę sobie zobaczyć 1 września. O nie, to było 3 tygodnie temu. Nie. Dobra, już. Uno momento, por favor. Chyba tu. Bo jeszcze było... Aha, zapis był przy tym, jak wybieraliśmy dialog dla tego. Jak on się nazywał? No, tego kumpla z pracy. Myszkę już jak najbardziej chowam. I tak jak standardowo, jeżeli będzie coś za głośno, za cicho, proszę dać znać. Ja tutaj cały czas zerkam na czat, więc jestem otwarta na jakieś propozycje. Jeżeli coś będzie przeszkadzało na ekranie, też można mówić, też coś postaramy się zrobić. Grę czytamy w języku angielskim i czytamy... Oj, przepraszam was. I czytamy te napisy, które nie są tak naprawdę wymawiane, bo jeżeli chodzi o dialogi, to one są ładnie stagowane, voice aktowane, ale po prostu jeżeli chodzi o myśl naszej narratorki, bądź jakieś tam opisy, będziemy musieli sobie poradzić sami. No. Więc tak jak żeśmy się śmiali na ostatnim live'ie, w sumie język angielski. Mamy lekcję języka angielskiego. Dobra. Aha, i ostrzegam. W tle możecie słyszeć... jak to się nazywa? Filtr z akwarium. Nie przejmujcie się. I możecie słyszeć rozrabianie świnek, bo tymczasowo zajmujemy się świnkami z mojej pracy. Bo tutaj, no, w sumie nie wiemy dokładnie, co im jest, ale leczymy ich potężną dawką witaminy C i widać poprawę, więc w sumie obstawiamy, że to było z powodu tego, że i mama tych świnioli nie dostawała witaminy C w tamtym domu, w którym ona była. No i razem z dziećmi do nas przyjechała i te dzieci po prostu tej witaminy też nie dostawały. Więc no my teraz wprowadziliśmy tak, że w sumie teraz wszystkie nasze świnki dostają witaminę C codziennie. A bo co ja zainwestowałam w witaminę C i przyniosłam do pracy, bo nie chcę, powiem wam, nie chcę przeżywać tego samego. No a te brudasy, grzybole w sumie musieliśmy umyć, wyczesać. No i tak naprawdę podajemy im w dużych ilościach witaminy C. Żeby mniej więcej tak ustabilizować im ten poziom tej witaminy C, bo jak były braki, no to teraz tak naprawdę je nadrabiamy. Dobrze. Nie będziemy już nie będziemy już gadać. Bierzemy się za grę, bo musimy się w końcu dowiedzieć, o co tak naprawdę chodzi. Ja sobie w sumie uruchomię te walkthrough tych... Coś mi telefon uruchomię sobie nie walkthrough, tylko opis wszystkich zakończeń. Tam nie ma jak zdobyć jakieś zakończenie, tylko jest po prostu achievementy i po prostu będziemy się kierować w którą ze stron. Dobra. The weekend is here, and despite my desire to stay inside my apartment with the doors locked and windows closed, I find myself at the mall shopping for a new phone charger. No. My current charger gave up on me at midnight, and now my phone is running dangerously low on life power. I tried plugging into different outlets, I tried plugging into my laptop, but nothing I did gave my device even the slightest amount of charge. I thought for sure I had a spare charger lying around, but I turned my apartment inside out, trying to find it. Couldn't even find the right type in my drawer of burned phones. So either the charger has died, which is the best case scenario, or my phone has become faulty. I hope the latter is not the case, because I really can't afford to purchase a new one. Getting repaired is out of the question. I refuse to hand it over to somebody for a day or two and go without it. So I'm hedging my bets on the issue being with the charger. If I can buy a new one, all my problems should be solved. This is what I tell myself as I scurry through the crowded mall, dodging left and right to avoid careless people trying to bump into me. Jestem ciekawa w ogóle, bo ostatnio próbowaliśmy dowiedzieć się, zaciągnąć języka u naszego nowego kolegi i ona coś tam kombinowała, żeby załatwiać w sumie prawdziwe ciała w kostnicy, bo nasz kolega pracuje w kostnicy, tylko że jak ona to planuje zrobić, w sumie bez mówienia mu, to nie mam pojęcia, tym bardziej, że już i tak on się nas pytał, czy jesteśmy Curvy Girl, ale myśmy, nie wiem, gdzie tam. A, te wiem nazwisko, bo w sumie ja zgłosiłam jego śmierć, nie? No. Jestem ciekawa, co ona tam kombinuje dokładnie. Ale zobaczymy. Na szczęście też mamy nową psi. Nie wiem, co się dzieje z tą naszą psi, ale wydaje mi się, że jeżeli chodzi o relacje, to idziemy w dobrym kierunku u wszystkich. I know there's an electronics store around here somewhere. Even a discount store will probably have a budget charger that will still fit my device. Hello. I just want to find what I'm looking for and get out of this place. As I blindly navigate the area, I think back to last night when I first noticed my phone was no longer charging. I have been browsing through the obituary newsfeed, searching desperately for any sign of my latest victim's demise. Aha, jedno z bliźniaków. No clues came up. There were countless new obituaries, of course. This is a big country and people die every day, but very few match the description of my victim. The obituaries that did match had photos included, but none of them looked remotely like the twin women. It was dead end after dead end. I might have to just accept the fact that this latest request will go unfulfilled. But accepting it makes me angry. Very, very angry. I find myself stomping through the mall more often than simply walking. A few people glance at me, but I don't pay heed. I wanted that woman to die. I wanted her twin sister to rejoice or tear at the fate that befell her own flesh and blood. I wanted her to feel the fear of seeing her own corpse in a photo. I wanted her to feel the cold and clammy hands of death tugging at her skirt, whispering to her, inviting her to spiral down and down and down and down and down. To spiral down and just die. I give up. To give up, to die. To spiral down, to die. To spiral out of control. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. Spiral down, down, down.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
My head is foggy, my senses blurred, my face hot, my hands cold. I repeat the mantra through gritted teeth.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
I fall to my knees and scream at the top of my lungs.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you fucking die?
Oops!
What the hell?
To tylko takie lekkie załamanie nerwowe. Wygodnie.
Damn, she's having a full meltdown.
Can we get a security guard down here, please? Die!
Is she going to kill somebody?
Mom, I'm scared. I'll kill her. I'll find her.
I taste blood in my mouth, my tongue is numb, my teeth chatter. I'll find that twin bitch, I'll find that twin bitch, I'll find that twin bitch. I'll kill her myself, I'll kill her myself, I'll kill her myself.
I'll kill her!
All right, that's enough.
A strong hand pulls at my shoulder and my face hits the ground. Hard. My arms are restrained behind my back and all I can see
You're
is my...
coming with me.
Uno momento. And all I can see is my blurry vision is the checkered, tired... All I can see in my blurry vision is the checkered, tiled floor of the mall. My limp form is tugged backward, and my head lolls to the side. I shut my eyes and let the blackness envelop me. No cóż. Maga. A stinging cold ice pack bites against my cheek and rudely awakens me from my stupor. I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here, but the sudden chill spreading across my face is nice, almost soothing. I realize that somebody, a tall man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek, and he motions for me to take hold of it myself. Czy to będzie nasz przyjaciel? I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it against my skin. The The man walks around the chair I'm seated in and stands behind a important desk to face me.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
Ja też cię kojarzę. Opening my mouth in an attempt to talk causes a dull ache in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly. The only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
This guy, I know him, but from where? Oh, of course. It took me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. No tak, nasz sąsiad, co ma córkę. This is Kenji Agawa, the very same guy who lives in my apartment building, the nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of sweet little Momo.
Mr. Ogawa?
Ah, so you are completely out of it.
Halo? Czemu się nie klikło? O! Coś mi się... Ha?
Where am I?
This is the mall security office. You caused quite a scene, Nariko.
Nie trzeba mi dziękować? To nic takiego.
A scene?
You don't remember. Well, give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
I tried to think hard about the circumstances that led me here. I remembered something about visiting the mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger or fear or something, some familiar primal emotion got the better of me.
Listen, Nariko. I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know. Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
I think I was screaming. An image of a smiling woman flashes in my mind, a twin woman with beautiful features and lovely hair. The victim, the one who didn't die. That's right, I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with frustration that she didn't die. I must have broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. This is all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I'm usually fine about going to the office. It's familiar. The convenience store is fine too. In fact, my whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. But the shopping mall? What was I thinking? I haven't been keeping up with my medication, even if I was on top of it. Going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk. Masakra, nie chcę mi się przeklikiwać, ja się potem boję, że zaś... No. I need to start regulating my intake. Taking a pill or two every other day or when I feel like it isn't going to help me. Skipping days at a time and just popping a few in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take what. Damn it, Noriko. I'm supposed to be calm at all times. Stoic, unflinching Noriko. What the fuck am I doing?
Nariko, you still look a bit flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No.
Okay. Well, do you want to explain what happened?
No.
Huh. I never took you for a troublemaker. Please, Nariko. I'm begging you. Don't make me call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody. You were manic.
Papa.
You can't just
Angie?
act like that in public. You scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall.
Jezus. Mówi jakby, nie wiem, ona z nożem wyskoczyła, ona tylko krzyczała. Ja nie wiem.
You scared me.
Przepraszam. A knock at the door causes Kenji to flinch.
May I enter?
Ah, yes. Please come in, Mr. Fujikawa.
To? The metal door separating the security room from the real ward opens with a screech. No to mamy problem. A broad, intimidating man enters the small room and displaces all the air inside. I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She's calm now.
Indeed.
The man, who seems to be some sort of detective, looks me up and down with a sour expression.
Miss, your name?
I don't answer him.
I see.
Sir, if I may, this is Nariko Kurosawa. She's an acquaintance.
Is that so? An acquaintance? Well, that speaks volumes about your personal life, Ogawa.
Sir,
Leave us be. I wish to talk to her.
Co świniorki? Patrzę, co rozrabiają. Ale wygląda, że jest okej.
yes, Mr. Fujikawa.
Kenji bows with his grim smile cracking under fear as he exits the room. The detective, or whatever he is, towers over me. He pulls out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it at me.
My name is Fujikawa. I'm a detective, an investigator for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department.
Oops.
You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Excuse me, but Kenji said he didn't call the police.
On nie zadzwonił. Ktoś inny to zrobił.
Kenji? Ah, Ogawa. Well, never mind what he said. I was here already in regards to another case. I happened to witness your little outburst.
Oops.
Ogawa was kind enough to allow me a moment to interview you personally.
Right. So, what do you want to talk about?
Listen, if I were in your shoes, I'd drop the sardonic act. I have reasonable grounds to arrest you here and now.
His voice drips with pure venom. This guy isn't joking around. I squirm a little in my seat and remove the cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa, would you please explain to me who you are threatening to kill?
Co? To tylko takie przekomarzanie się. A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't play it straight and narrow here, I might be in for a world of trouble.
I apologize for my actions. I wasn't feeling like myself earlier.
Muszę się poprawić. Właśnie.
I regrettably skipped my medication recently.
The medication excuse. I'll play along. Were you hallucinating then?
No, sir. Not exactly.
I need to come up with something and quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
I recently had an altercation with a coworker about a guy we both like.
The detective rolls his eyes at me.
Go on.
I guess I was a little upset about our fight, and really, we're actually quite good friends, so I think a combination of that and missing my medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't really mean.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I know you're not dangerous? Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons? No, of course not.
I see. Well, you're going to have to permit me to search your belongings. You understand that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a threat, right?
Teraz się zastanawiam w sumie, czy mamy coś, co mogłoby nam zaszkodzić. Telefon żeśmy wyrzucili. Chyba nie. Detective, lurches forward and roughly grabs my handbag.
Hey!
He tears it open and rummages around inside. I'm somewhat relieved that I'm traveling lightly today. I even left the two books I'm reading at home. I bardzo dobrze, bo jak on zobaczył te tytuły, to nie powiem, nie wyszłabyś stąd. He finds nothing of interest in my bag. In the bag, save for one thing, my phone. He taps the screen, toggles the power button and
Is this broken?
Uno momento. And smacks the phone against his open palm. Czekaj, co to było za piękne, jakbym to mogła. I realized that the last drop of battery power must have finally drained. I'm probably lucky for the fact if I found certain things on my phone, I might be in trouble. It's not like I keep corpse photos on there. That's what my collection of burner phones is for. But there are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hands. My noise-jacked logs with cordial for starters, and then there are those images of Aoi and Tomoe and the famous singer that had her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net. Aoi knows I have her photos, she's okay with it. Tomoe doesn't know about hers, that would be hard to explain. The singer, on the other hand, was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. Still, I'd rather keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this asshole looking into my affairs.
Battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
He grunts and throws the phone to me, and I barely manage to catch it with my brittle, skeletal, clumsy fingers.
Wait here. I need to make a call.
Uciekamy? He leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scraping shriek of a steel deadbolt, locking the formidable door behind him. I breathe out and try to calm my nerves. I look down at the phone in my hands and see my mirror image counterpart peering at me in a black reflection. I don't look as good as I normally do. My makeup is smudged, which is completely becoming more and more common for me. I think I've gained some weight. My gaunt face seems fuller somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. This girl standing back at me, she's not wholly familiar. Is this Noriko Kurosawa? Is this Corpse Girl? I look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained weight. I've been eating less. Maybe the canned coffee I consume rigorously contains more calories than I realize. I need to cut down immediately. A sour taste rolls around on my tongue and I swallowed it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. The steel door swings open and Fujikawa stomps in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa. That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass for me.
I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in my
You're
chair.
free to go. However, I'll remember you. Another incident like this, and I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink.
I can do nothing but nod as a wave of relief washes over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, for the love of God, go eat something. You look like a starving child.
Fujikawa spins on his heel with force and once again leaves me sitting alone. I take a minute to collect my thoughts before picking up my belongings and shoving them into my handbag. As I leave the security office, I spot Kenji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift his head as I walk away. so much for stoic unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic unflinching Noriko? This is her, weak of flesh and weak of will. Weak, weak, weak. Noriko can control her emotion. Noriko can't face the world outside without the help of peppy pink pills. Noriko, Noriko, Noriko. She keeps calling herself that. I keep calling myself that. But I'm more than that. More than her. I'm corpse girl. I'm bigger than the free body before me. What do my looks matter in the grand scheme of things? What does my ego matter? I want to be beautiful, thin, gorgeous. Gojo calls me gorgeous and made me feel good. But that doesn't matter, none of it matters. Corpse girls matters. Corpse girl matters. She will succeed and the world will continue to spin. I need to gain weight or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi with her small frame and cute features and that bust that's too hard to look away from. I need to look like Tomoe with her fuller figure, her obscene fashion sense and those oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko with her bad haircut, terrible piercings and trashy clothes. I need to look like a mother who is just like me and Yuriko combined, but with vacant eyes that used to be sparkling and clear but now just glaze over whenever you try to talk to her. I need to look like Noriko with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. I don't need to look like this skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger and longing and lust and fear and stress and anxiety and uncertainty and ambition and exhaustion. I curse at the mirror and spit on my own reflection. I clench my fists until my nails dig and tear and pierce my flesh, letting blood trickle between my knuckles and drip down the carpet.
I don't want to be you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you! I'm better than you!
Masakra. But I am you. I am Corpse Girl. It's what I always wanted. It's that sense of belonging that I always sought. It's that feeling of home when I reclaimed after home was lost. After Mother moved and Yuriko got put on ice, and after I found this apartment I felt so strange at first. This is who I
I
am.
love your hair.
Boże, całkowicie już się tak jakby... Mamy takie... To tak jakbyśmy byli my i po prostu powoli wychodziliby z naszego ciała, nie? Takie przesuwanie się, my siedzimy, a my się na boki tak naprawdę nasze ja się przesuwa, nie?
Your eyes. I love you. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave.
I raised the fingers to my mouth, kissed them gently, and pressed them against the
I
mirror.
love you. Don't ever change.
To my absolute delight, I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. I was worried that my temporary incarceration at the mall would continue to stress me out today. Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning up my room. I had to use some elbow grease to get a few specks of blood out of the carpet and to clean a bit of lipstick off my mirror. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip the pills. I don't like this time. It will be some time before I feel stable, maybe even a few weeks, but the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today is a day to stay inside and work on me. I can have another incident like yesterday. I can break down in public and put myself at risk. Zobaczcie. I can break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong. For Corpse Girl. For me. With my room now clean, I decide to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments. Nariko's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1. I'm not going to lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. Just because that twin woman doesn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. I had 3 successes before her and I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, refine my methods and keep moving forward. And I'm not at dead end yet. I have a trick up my sleeve after all. Kojira's connection to the morgue may very well be the ace I need to win. Commitment number 2. I'm going to improve myself. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken, not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. That means keeping in touch with the few friends I have. Aoi, Shinya, and even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more, because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy, more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3. The last one. I'm going to get over Aoi. I love her. I've loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me. My insecurities and anxieties never pushed her away. She knew what I was going through, what I still go through, and she could relate to me. Oj, wybaczcie. Masakra. She has her own compulsion and anxiety to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. But I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship, and she explained all the reasons why when she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. I need to be moving on, moving forward. I need to let go. She is and always will be my dearest friend. I'll always love her, but I will let her remain as simply my friend, and I will find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment really makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights lying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her. At odd hours of the day. Instead of all of that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. I can't say there's anyone in particular I have my eyes on just yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. Shinya is a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark there and there will never be. Tomoe, as irritating as I find her, is oddly alluring to me. I don't like her clothes or makeup or the whole aesthetic she has built for herself, but some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. Then there's Kojiro, that weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I just can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous, he really said that, but he's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. For now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue, but I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. I found myself smiling as I finished tidying up the apartment. Having a nice clean place to live really does help to lift the spirits. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of that lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. It's a musty odor that seems to be ingrained in the very walls of the apartment building for at least as long as I've lived here. I know it it's not coming from my apartment because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too. And as far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. I might not be the best at cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep disgusting mold out of my home. Still, the occasional odor aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting my taut fingers sipping, and then relax. The day is still early and it feels good that all my chores are already complete. The icing on the cake is the fact that Club's Girl has 2 new requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort out my cleaning first. Now I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on the new requests. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way to ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself anymore, I snatch up my laptop from its charging point next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos that I downloaded earlier. My 2 new victims. Fresh blood. The first is an older male, maybe in his 50s, typical businessman type. He might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you saw on the subway, at the supermarket, on TV. If I had to guess, I'll take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out of the picture. Maybe she's unhappy with their finances, or she's having an affair, or she's just tired of his clone face and his clone personality. Regardless, someone wants this unremarkable man removed from the face of this unremarkable world. The second victim is much more interesting. 2 things strike me as noteworthy about this photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Secondly, the image is a photograph of a photograph. Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photo and uploaded it to the site. The photograph is in good condition, and though its owner values it above all else, a signature is scribbled across it in white ink. It's an autograph photo of someone who's perhaps moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question, and the signature is such a mess that I can't make out even a single kanji in her name. Regardless, I would be willing to bet that a disgruntled fan is requesting her death. If she's an idol or a singer or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. A fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands at events, whatever. They shake hands at events, whatever. He asks her out and she politely declines, and then the obsession begins. If the fanboy he can't have her, no one can kill her. Kill her! Ah! Well, that's the theory I slowly pieced together as I examined some of the finer details of the photo. The reasons behind the request don't matter, they never matter. I'll kill them all the same. I'm going to work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp her photo with tomorrow's date and send it to her this afternoon. That should give her about 24 hours to give up on life and light herself on fire. Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set 24 hours from when I send the photo. It will be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. You will make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goal set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. Juhu, poniedziałek. I'm rather proud of myself today. During my morning routine, I made sure to take my medication in the correct doses, and I even washed it down with water. It didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. I still managed to catch the usual train. I got to the convenience store at the usual time, and I arrived at the office without a hitch. If I can keep up this dedication, this commitment to improving myself, I know I can be stronger than ever, strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office, and even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day has nearly ended now, I'm going to make an effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway, at least before. Aoi used to tell me anyway, at least before she stopped being social herself. It's about 5:45 PM, and although both of my latest victims should have killed themselves by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. I have a news alert set on my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified, but even if it doesn't, I won't stress out. I'm playing it cool, stoic, unflinching, Noriko. The drone in the office always reaches its nadir at the time in the evening. It's actually quite pleasant being able to sit in a quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioning against my skin. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for the journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms, Tomoe approaches me with a spring in her step.
Yo, what up, slut?
Boże, jak ja kocham Tomoe. About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. Now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually just being affectionate. Despite any differences we might have once had, she really seems to have warmed up to me lately.
Hello. How did your day go?
You know, same old. What about you?
What about you?
It went well, thanks.
Good to hear. You know, Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but
What's wrong?
hasn't he seemed, like, kinda off today? He can barely look me in the eye.
Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Another woman?
A fragment of a memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection, flutters around the corners of my mind just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Something is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my thoughts.
Shinya isn't the type to cheat, though, so I don't know.
Cheating? No, Shinya wouldn't do that. He was so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh, that's it, the memory that was flitting around the edges of my consciousness has come into the light. Shinya spoke to me hypothetically about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him, so who was he talking about? Is this something I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya really is having a hard time and acting differently around Tomoe, then the relationship could really be in trouble. But is it even my place to say anything? Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend, but Tomoe is my friend too, and she seems genuinely worried about him. I take a deep breath. This is just office drama like usual. Noriko would normally just reject it all and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. But that's unhealthy, anxious, scared, weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I can be more than that. I'm improving day by day, and part of that improvement involves being more social. It's good for me, right? Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. That's normal, right? I think so, therefore I want them to be happy. Together. I swallow hard and speak my mind.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
What? Are you serious?
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds. He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so... I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but... Who the hell is trying to seduce him?
Tomoe się nimi zajmie. Shinya. Kochanie, nie bój się.
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him. I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
Yeah, cause I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
Ha.
Of course. I don't know why I ever doubted you.
Boże. Kocham ich relacje. Kocham Tomoe. Tomoe grins despite her obvious frustration and gives me a thumbs up.
Thanks, gang. I'll keep you updated.
Okay, good luck.
She spins on her heel and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe will get to the bottom of the situation. I watch her as she wanders over to Shinya's desk. They exchange a few words that I can hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on this floor, myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya far more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice that my gaze is locked on him. A few more... Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. Sylwia Królik. Emotka królika. Witam na streamie. A few more of my coworkers take the leave and an eerie quiet descent over the empty office floor. I remain in my chair staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. It's kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's the peppiest or most energetic person I've ever met, but to see him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. I find myself striding toward his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving.
Hey.
I'm slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me. This sudden movement is reminiscent of a corpse springing to life in a big red zombie. Big red zombie film.
Oh, Noriko.
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell.
Czytam tam tak ten czas w sumie i w sumie nie wiem. Ja go może trochę zmniejszę, bo jak takie rzeczy mają się dziać, to w sumie nie wiem, czy... Aha, muszę to odblokować. I zrobię tak. Ok. I je zablokujemy. Żeby ten w sumie lekki spam nikomu nie przeszkadzał. Trochę nie rozumiem, o co chodzi.
I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
Jesteśmy przyjaciółmi. Jak się mam o ciebie nie martwić?
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm going to try and help him feel better. But what should I even say? Czekajcie, zapiszę. Big shave. Okay.
Tell me what's wrong.
Woohoo! I don't expect my blunt words to get through to him. I don't expect anything really. I'm not used to confronting people about the shit they're facing in their personal lives. I'm usually content to simply sit down in silence and watch.
No need to worry. I'll be okay.
He tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on the slivers of information I've been tip-fed, I'm certain that someone has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone has been trying to force him into doing something he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. It could be someone from the office. It could be someone from his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to ever stand up for himself, and he's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down. But his recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, it's painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever is happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help, even from his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you, right?
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch, which I have to give him credit for. This is a guy that couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned
Yes.
around him. His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil.
I see.
I don't know what to say next. I see probably wasn't the best starting point, but I'm trying truly at a loss for words. He confessed so readily, and I accepted, more resistant.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure. There's nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Trapped. It's a thing I'm all too familiar with. It's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. A part of me can't help but wonder if that feeling of helplessness is what flashes through the mind of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder, I know it to be true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and
What
satisfied.
will happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
His job. Then it's somebody we work with, somebody in this very office.
Somebody here then.
Cholera! Somebody in this very office has been taking advantage of Shinya. Un momento, por favor. Zoom. Zoom. Okay.
How?
I speak my thoughts aloud, and he looks directly at me.
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward, you'd lose your job. Then it's someone in power. A manager, an exec. And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
Shinya. I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Noriko.
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. It's almost as if he's come with a brilliant scheme. A scheme that I not so subtly planted within his mind. Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his
I'm
bag.
taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. As the doors close behind him and the familiar thrum of the elevator pans out around me, I stand still and close my eyes. I count to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. The sun dips behind the office towers in the distance while my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark and empty office. With deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps towards the elevator. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I have to visit the executive's offices? When execs have business with junior staff, they descend from this lofty perch and grace us with their presence on the 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's a hushed yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous serpent.
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
I creep out of the elevator, hoping against hope that the ding of the elevator's arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified voice.
Stop it!
That was Shinya's voice. I creep around a corner and catch a glimpse of two bodies at a nearby desk.
Come on now. I'm tired of playing games with you. You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior after all. How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
Dzień dobry. Kotomi Ida, the executive with Shinya's career in her hands. The very same woman who blames Shinya for the mishap with hiring Aoi. So that's the whole situation. That whole situation was more in depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Oh, shh, I don't want to hear it. Take your shirt off.
I swallowed hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate this quickly. I don't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposefully No, nieważne. Bump into desks Okej. Ja chyba na dzisiaj wyrzucę ten. Dobra. Mam swoją odpowiedź. Cudownie. Pozwolicie, że zrobię tak. Jako tako mi takie komentarze w sumie nie przeszkadzają, ale nie każdy chce to czytać, mimo że gramy w taką grę, to sorry memory, ale nie będzie się w sumie coś takiego u mnie działo. I stride forward rather loudly and purposefully bump into a desk sending a potted plant tumbling to the carpeted floor with a dull thump. Kotomi's neck pivots at full speed as she turns to face me. Her eyes narrow into hateful slits as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Kotomi has abandoned Shinya and drawn closer to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing here? This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Shinya stands in the background, shyly tying her shirt. Kotomi's eyes somehow narrow even further to the point where I'm certain that she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully.
Ja trochę nie rozumiem, czemu ona w sumie nie nagrała tego. I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. I'm not one for confrontation. I'm not one to hold my ground against a powerful adversary. And yet, this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe is so strong-willed and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe who would do anything to protect the guy she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls to me to protect Shinya.
You filthy skink.
I can't believe the foul words that tumble out of my mouth. Apparently Kotomi can't believe it either because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow Tomoe's indomitable spirit seems to have inhabited my body. My words echo her own. That where I have just managed to find a temporary burst of courage.
What did you say to me?
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Kotomi grits her teeth and a vein protrudes from her forehead. Without another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulders slam into mine, but by some minor miracle I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade away as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply, and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
Noriko, that was amazing!
I nod and sway a little, then take another deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell Shinya doesn't know what to do next. He looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of this recent situation, we both silently decide that's not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulder with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
Ta muzyka mi się nie podoba.
Don't
To
sweat
się
it.
coś zaraz miało stać.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
Of course. Go get some rest.
Shinya smiles for the first time in Shinya smiles for the first time in a while. He releases his hands from my shoulder. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of blood pounding through my veins. Achievement! Demon thoughts fill my vision as a pleasant torrent of hot water sprays across my body. The tiles on the shower wall are polished to a pearly sheen, so much so that I can see my own hulking, a beautifully ugly reflection in them. The shadow in the reflection has dark matted hair in her eyes. I don't know if she can see me like I can see her. I wipe my hair from my eyes and stare into space, trying to shake the abstract thoughts from my mind. It isn't until my thumb springs to life from the bathroom countertop that my thoughts return to the present. I startle at the noise. I peer through the shower glass door, but it's impossible to make out the name flashing on the phone screen thanks to the steam that has fogged up the glass. Ali is the only person who regularly calls me, so it could be her ringing. Or it could be a spam caller trying to sell me something I really don't need, but I may just keep in and buy it anyway because it's a nice feeling that someone thought to call me. I opened the shower door and dipped out, my wet and dripping body causing pools of water to form on the bathroom floor. A deft hand snatches up my phone and I clutch it to my chest as I retreat back into the shower. The water never stopped running and it greets me with a welcome warmth as I bask in it once more. My phone is a fairly new model, so it's conveniently waterproof. I take advantage of this feature on occasion. It's nice to be able to submerge myself in water and browse the web truly escape my own thoughts. Heavy droplets smack against the phone and dribble down, but my eyes ignore them as they scan the screen. The incoming call is an voice chat request for noise user Koji Koji. Koji is calling me. I answer the call.
Noriko?
Hey.
Hi. Good time?
Sure.
Mad. Wanted to tell you something.
Yes, mad.
I saw a post on... This call has static.
Sorry, it's just the shower running.
Oh, in the shower?
Me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Jego wyobraźnia poszła.
sorry. Awkward now.
Really, it's fine. What did you want to tell me?
Okay. Saw a new post on Noise Chant today. Posted this afternoon. Might interest you.
The message board noise channel is often affectionately referred to as noise chant by certain frequent users. I'm not really surprised that Kojiro is the type to call it that.
What was the post about?
Well, someone wrote this. I quote, "Hey, so today I got a strange score photo from a number I don't have in my contacts." Continuing, "Not sure what the deal is. It was gross though. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number or something?"
Uh-oh.
End quote. Thoughts?
Thoughts and prayers. Musimy szybko wyrzucić telefon. A strange cool photo from a number I don't have in my
Sounds like
contacts.
Corpse Girl has struck again.
Right? Thought the same thing.
I wonder who wrote the post. Kojiro mentioned the post was written today and the original poster wrote that they received a photo today. That means it can only be one of two people, either of my latest victims. Carbon copy business man or the attractive, semi-famous singer, idol, actor, whatever woman.
So, who wrote this post anyway?
Don't know. Anonymous.
Of course, it was a stupid question. No one would attach their name to such a strange
Was hoping
post.
you could tell me.
How would I know?
Well, you're Corpse Girl, right?
Okay.
Uh,
This again? Kojo just doesn't let it slide. Why does he suspect me now? What did I do this
It's
time?
okay. We can discuss later.
Ah, sexy.
Oh yeah, the original post has a reply.
it does?
I'll read it too. Quote, you got this too? Was the gore photo a picture of yourself? I'm worried. Received a similar pic from the same number. Continuing, thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting. End quote.
So the first post received a reply. Interesting, very interesting. Both posts talked about receiving a photo. That can only mean that one of them is the boring businessman and one of them is the semi-famous woman. However, the fact that they've taken the discussion online instead of just slitting their own throats is rather troubling. Were the photos not convincing enough to make them kill themselves, or not enticing enough to summon another entity to snuff out their souls? Was this attempt just a repeat of the failure I had with the twin woman?
Anyway, enjoy your shower. Let's talk tomorrow, Corpse Girl.
Before I can interject, Kojiro ends the call. Shit, he's once again assuming my true identity. He's assuming correctly, but that's beside the point. Well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this will actually save me some time and effort. If he already knows I'm Corpse Girl, it should be easy to strike a deal with him in exchange for access to a fresh supply of cadavers. That is, if I decide to walk that path and take this game to the next level. Thinking it through, I may very well have to go ahead and do that. My last 3 victims have not ended their lives as I planned. My success rate is very, very low. That's a depressing fact, and one that the old Noriko would probably have thrown a tantrum over, but not me. Not new and improved Noriko. I turn off the running water and step out of the shower. A shiver scuttles down my spine like a spider as the cold damp air clings to my naked form. Throwing my phone onto the bathroom counter, I reach for a towel and wrap it around my corpulent, emaciated body. The big flap of my skeletal arms jiggles as I dry myself off. When I'm satisfied that my fleshy and cadaverous body is completely dry, I grab a second towel and wrap it around my hair. A cursory glance in the mirror as I leave the bathroom reveals my gaunt face and prominent cheekbones. I get the feeling that even though I've been gaining weight, I am thinning out more and more. Although my body isn't perfect, I'm still in love with my eyes. I wouldn't change a thing about them. While my friend simultaneously glows plumper and slimmer, I hope my eyes will always stay the same. I flick off the bathroom light as I exit. Entering my bedroom, I sit down on the bed with a towel around my body and another one around my hair. My laptop is lying open on the sheets, so I pull it toward me. A few clever keywords in a search engine quickly leads me to the post on noise channel that Kojiro just informed me about. Sure enough, he was telling the truth. The original post is submitted just today, and the follow-up reply was submitted shortly after. I skimmed through the text to see if there are any clues about either poster's identity. However, nothing really stands out. I'll retain my assumptions that my two latest victims have created these posts. I spent a little time applying various moisturizing creams to my skin before getting dressed in my bed, where I'm feeling pretty relaxed by the time I finish. Perhaps I spend the rest of the evening reading a book in bed. Or I could try and plan out my next move with Kojiro. Should I come forward, claim my identity, and request access to his morgue? It's a big step. This seems to be the time for me to make a bold move. I can't keep working on requests that are doomed to fail. I need to start succeeding. For me, for Corpse Girl. I pull my laptop to me once more and begin to brainstorm my plans. Czytuje się. You should be here by now. I was pretty clear about meeting at 5:30 p.m. It's already 5:45 p.m. and he isn't even in sight. I thought for sure that he wouldn't miss a chance to meet up with me again. I can contain my nerves. I try to tell myself that I'm only angry because of trepidation and I'm not actually angry at him. This is a big moment for me. I've never once revealed my identity to anyone. I assume he will take it in stride. I wouldn't be going through with this if I didn't firmly believe that.
Hi.
Hey! My neck jerks in reaction to the voice. Dobra, dajcie mi sekundę, ja sobie znajdę tylko ten... No. Te wszystkie achievementy. Dobra, potem są dyskusje na temat tych zakończeń. Okej, to nie to. Dobra. Musimy to zrobić po staremu. Corpse Factory. Dobra. Dobra.
I'm late?
I'll make a point of checking the time on my phone and note.
Zos. Traffic?
You drove here?
No.
Okay.
What did you want to discuss?
I have a request for you. And a confession.
Kojiro's eyes widen and he looks me up and down.
Knew it.
I blink and look down at the ground. Because known for so time I was fooling myself thinking that my stupid attempts to erase suspicion of my identity were working on
You're
him.
going to confess your love. Been waiting for this moment.
Wait. No, that's not...
Shh. No more words. I accept your heart.
Ja się teraz przewrócę.
Kojiro, I don't...
Call me Koji now. We're one. No need to be shy.
Ugh.
This isn't getting me anywhere. Thanks to my frustration and nervousness, I simply blurted out my true
I'm
confession.
Corpse Girl.
Kojiro doesn't react. Well, he cocks his head after the grace to decide slowly and surely, if you can even call that a reaction to my sudden
Yes?
ups.
Okay. So, a kiss to commemorate our love?
Jestem cała czerwona.
Did you even hear what I just said?
Of course.
Zero.
I'm Corpse Girl. I'm the one behind the corpse photos and the deaths and...
I feel kind of strange to say these things out loud. For some reason it leaves a sour and bitter taste in my mouth that I can't swallow.
Yes, I know. Knew it since our first noise chat.
Our first noise chat?
Remember? You messaged me late at night. Asked me if I knew about Corpse Girl.
Is that what tipped you off? You assumed I was her just because I mentioned her?
No.
Then... how? How did you figure it out?
You asked me to look up names. Names of Corpse Girl's victims.
No.
Oh yeah, I did, huh? That was stupid of me. I suppose that gave it away.
No. Other people could have known those names.
Then... come on, throw me a bone here. How'd you find out?
You said you requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Eiichi Hanada, the guy who died in a tragic accident. I remembered that I lied to Kojiro about being the one to request his death. It was the only way I could escape his suspicions at the time. If I remember correctly, I threw him off my trip for a while. He believed I was the one who requested the deaths. That explained how I knew he was one of Corpse Girl's victims. But if what Kojiro is telling me now is true, then my lie actually had the opposite effect. How did it make him figure out my identity?
I don't understand. I confessed to requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. So what?
That was a lie.
Even so, I still don't understand.
To on zgłosił Eiichi
You're not making
Hanada?
any sense.
No ja nie wiem, jak możesz się w nim nie zakochać. Noriko, no nie wiem, jak on tak na mnie patrzy. Kojiro's shoulders drop. He stares at me intently.
You lied about requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. That lie proved to me that you're a Corpse Girl.
Yes, but how? Tell me!
I was the one who requested Eiichi
Wiedziałam.
Hanada's death.
Kojiro's dead countenance make his claim believable beyond all doubt.
I submitted his photo to Corpse Girl's website.
I feel blood drain from my face. Boże! Kocham tą grę!
Imagine my surprise when you claimed that you did it. That lie made it clear. You knew his name. You knew he died. You knew he was Corpse Girl's victim. Ergo, you are Corpse Girl.
Despite my dazed state, I can't fault his logic. I took credit for something Kojiro did, of course, that would paint me as a liar in his eyes.
So, you've known this whole time.
Yes.
And yet, you still met up with me. And Not just today, but at the cafe too.
Yes.
Aren't you scared of me?
No, that's not the way I'd put it.
On jest tą zafascynowany chyba.
You should be scared of me. After all, I requested the death. Had motive for murder, even if I didn't carry it out personally. Imagine what else I'm capable of.
No, tym bardziej, że... I subconsciously take a step back from Kojira's suddenly moving
No
form.
more discussions. I know you don't kill your victims. You just nudge them, urge them, tempt them with death as an escape from their fear. You're no murderer. What reason have I to fear you?
Chciałabym krzyczeć. Ale wiem, że mogę być zbyt głośna. He's right. He's absolutely right. He knows everything about Corpse Girl's methods, my methods. Kojiro is a dangerous enemy or a powerful ally. And it's up to me to decide whether he's with me or against me. I recall a conversation at the cafe. He claimed he would support Corpse Girl if she came to him for assistance. He's a fan. He would support her obediently, no questions asked, as long as the price was right. So all I have to do is make him an offer that he can refuse.
Join me.
Mm-hmm.
Help Corpse Girl rid this fucking world of the fetid filth that infests it.
I decided to quote a certain passage from a book that Kojiro himself gave me, a paragraph from a strange flower that has stuck with me for some time.
There's a certain beauty in death, a macabre certainty, an absolute state of finality.
Nobel Sinclair.
You understand what I'm talking about. You work with cadavers for a living. The dead can't hurt you. They can't betray you. They can't disobey, or object, or disapprove. Wouldn't it be better if we were all beautiful like that?
Perhaps. Didn't expect Corpse Girl to be so vain. Is your motivation simply to impart your own ideas of beauty to the world?
No,
There's more to it.
of course. Me, myself, Noriko, may be vain. But Corpse Girl isn't burdened by such petty notions. Her ambition is pure. Her ambition is crucial to the survival of the entire human race.
Thought I had a big ego. You're so self-important. Both you and Corpse Girl.
I don't expect you to understand. Not yet. But I've realized that I can't do everything alone. I need your help. I need cadavers.
I see. What's in it for me?
This is the critical point of our negotiation. It will all fall apart here if I don't offer something that Kojiro considers worth the risk. The question is, what does he want? What does he desire?
I propose an equal partnership. You'll reap half of the benefits from Corpse Girl's work.
Truly. This offer is a gamble, and I know that in the back of my mind. However, it was the only feasible solution I could come up with when I planned out this encounter late last night. This tactic relies completely on my assumed understanding of Kojiro's innermost desires. If I'm wrong about him, then this whole thing will blow up in my face.
Corpse Girl will create more death than you could ever imagine. Think of all the fresh corpses you could get your eager little hands on.
Nie trafiła. Kojiro shakes his head, his lips pursed in a thin line of disapproval.
Sorry. Already got my fill of corpses. Morgue's full enough as it is.
I narrow my eyes and stand my ground. I can't back down now. I'm so close to unraveling him and his secrets.
You've always wanted to mimic Nobel Sinclair. I can see it in your face, in your very soul, whenever you praise his work. You want to emulate his actions and experience his escapades firsthand. You want to dress up corpses, take them out to dinner, perform all manner of bizarre social experiments with the dead.
Przepraszam was.
It's your passion. But living vicariously through Nobel Sinclair's books isn't enough for you anymore. And that's where your fascination with me, with Corpse Girl, stems from. As soon as you figured me out, you knew I was your gateway to satisfying your lust for the macabre. You work with cadavers all day, every day, but you can't get them out of the morgue with eyes on you at all times. But I can. I have the perfect plan on how to withdraw all the corpses we could ever need. Half of them for you, and half of them for me. An equal partnership.
Beyond my speech and let Kojo bask in my words. I hope it was convincing enough to sway him, and I pray, I am correct about his sickest desires. His reaction isn't exactly what I was expecting. He laughs a picoty. Nie wiem, jak to przeczytać. That scares a few nearby birds and sends them flying to safety. Rubbing his hands together slowly, he inches closer to me and I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out? I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps. But you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
Heat of sweat forms on the back of my neck. I'm not exactly bluffing because I have planned out this whole scenario in detail, but until I can actually try to pull off such a maneuver, I can only speculate that it will work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy. So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure. Don't make me regret it. But listen. What I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about. Got it?
Okay.
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together?
A po co ci to wiedzieć, co będzie
Shouldn't we
robić z
be
tym
open
ciałem?
and honest and build a trusting partnership?
Nie wydaje mi się, że to było ważne w takim przypadku.
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work. I'll help you craft your elaborate. I get privacy, you get an assistant. Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
When I think about his offer, it's true that I don't really need to know what he's doing. What he's going to do with the corpses on offer. The whole thing is illegal already, so if he wants to take it further, that's not on me. And if I can get some assistance, it will surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I'll need muscle to move bodies for starters. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Kodria extends a hand and I grip it as firmly as my brake balls will allow. We shake once and Kodria offers me a surprisingly warm smile. His intense murderous demeanor suddenly vanishes and he reverts to his awkward alien self.
Sounds about the love confession stuff before. Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
Seriously? Did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his size for absolutely no reason? Also, he wanted a chance to take me out. Nie wiem, no ja wiedziałam. Ja wiedziałam. No ale...
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. A spoken contract's as good as anything to me. I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
That is?
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve. Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business. I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that.
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory? I might know a place.
Hackers Factory.
A factory?
An abandoned factory. I'll put a corpse collection. I like the sound of that. It's pretty late by the time I get back home. I'm completely wiped out. The conversation with Kojiro took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry. Probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Still, I'm happy with the end result. The meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojiro to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. I figured that I should turn in for the night since I need to be at the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I'll take a quick look for new requests. Just a peek. Laptop opens and logged in. I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see the notification for one new request. Squealing like an overly excited schoolgirl, I opened the message and viewed the details. Requested night, today 6:02 p.m. Victim's phone. Don't know anything image attachment. Ooh. The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. A woman, middle-aged, with a stern expression, well-groomed and dressed in a business attire, and immediately familiar. Kotomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. Seeing this request come through, this site gives me a disorienting sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for the cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. The answer hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. Kotomi Ida isn't the first coworker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know at the time, Akane Tsurumaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Kotomi Ida marks the second... Kotomi Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company, and she's an exec, just like Tsurumaki. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomoe confessed that she was the one to request Tsurumaki's death, and she seems to regret doing so. Therefore, I have doubt that she'd go on to plot Kotomi Ida's photos to the side. So, who could want Kotomi Ida dead? She isn't the most likable person, but who really is? She deals with the juniors on my floor on a regular basis. The juniors like me, Tomoe, Shinya. That's right. Thanks to Kotomi, Shinya's prospect at the company are dead in the dirt, and that's before even diving into the truth issue. The current Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like the type, but I let out a sign and thought... I'm far too tired to run through my myriad possibilities tonight. I don't think I can even bring my weary fingers to navigate the database of the deceased to start on this request. I'll talk at it tomorrow, no matter the reason behind the request. Could mean I will receive a corpse photo. That's my conviction as co-op skill after all. I close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to claim me quickly. Tak sobie myślę, że zrobimy sobie w sumie chwileczkę przerwy. Ale w tym dialogu.
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Come on, just follow me.
I grabbed Aman's wrist and guided her away from the labyrinth of desks and into the elevator waiting patiently for us. Dobra, zrobimy sobie chwileczkę przerwy. Ja sobie skoczę do łazienki i wezmę sobie coś do jedzenia. Będę sobie jadła owsiankę, bo w sumie jestem przeraźliwie głodna. Teraz do mnie dotarło, że jadłam dopiero jadłam koło 10. Więc będziemy sobie jechać dalej. Tak jak obiecałam, wydaje mi się, że jeszcze co najmniej godzinę jestem w stanie grać. Ale to zobaczymy. Nie jestem w stanie tego zagwarantować. Zobaczę też co u świnek i po prostu będziemy jechać dalej. Dobra, ja już was w sumie przełączam i się wyciszam. To ja wróciłam. Drą się teraz tam na zewnątrz. Ale oczywiście nic na to nie zrobię. Wracamy do Gary. We emerge from the double doors into the lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitate for a moment, even though I ran through this scenario in my head during the train ride. I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomoe either directly or indirectly, as my friend needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
Huh? Did she get one of them photos?
Her reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved in Tsurumaki's death, this news would have...
Well, no, I don't think so, but...
How do you know then?
That's hard to explain. Just bear with me. Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career. But I don't know the extent of Tomoe's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows the true nature of the relationship, judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at?
What?
I think maybe that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
I'm stunned. I can hardly formulate a response to Tomoe's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you...
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright? I spoke with him, real deep and meaningful like. He confided in me, but since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Seriously?
Pain a surprise reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback that Shinya actually confessed to
It's
Tomoe.
been going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him. I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
I tried to digest Tomoe's words. I didn't know that Shinya has been putting up with the abuse for such a long time. So Kotomi's motive for ending his... Za ciężkie mam palce. So Kotomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. She was probably looking for any reason to discard him, and that a slight incident with Aoi was just good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly
We
devious.
should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember? I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
Tomoe cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a great idea to reveal this information to Tomoe. I should have just kept my mouth shut and fulfilled the request. Like always. Damn it, why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm going to cause my own demise at the rate I'm going.
Oh, I figured it out. Kotomi must have received the photo and told you about it, huh? Wow, that corpse girl sure works fast.
Tomoe's gleeful expression suddenly caves in and she gasps.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that? When I think about it, there was that time you got a photo but nothing happened to you. Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
I flinch as Tomoe takes a
corpse girl,
step
aren't
towards
ya?
me.
You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I avert my gaze and look to the floor in silence.
Are you for real? I can't believe it.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it. What the fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
The hell you don't! Explain that bitch Tsurumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Tomoe blinks a few times, her face scrunching up and analyzing my blank
You're
expression.
telling the truth. Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I've managed to reveal it to 2 people in less than 24 hours. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
I'm Corpse Girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies. But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
Huh? I thought you'd be angry.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing. Though it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
Tomoe laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but her good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
I said I don't kill people, remember?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many?
It's an embarrassingly small number.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame. Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Tomoe swings around and looks towards the elevator. She turns back and gives me a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Well, the police, for starters?
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer. I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Tomoe ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision here. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotomi Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it will prove to Tomoe that I'm not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. Wybaczcie. I just have to get through the rest of the workday, then I can return home and focus focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Kotomi is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I stamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 a.m. It doesn't leave much time if Kotomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotomi will look at the photo tonight. She'll either freak out and end it all immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety she pulls the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. I could cross my fingers and hope that by divine intervention someone else will take her life. But based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else was ever involved in the deaths of Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else would my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet is to urge Kotomi to simply kill herself. A convincing enough corpse photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number, masking up, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. If Kotomi is a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner to the back shed tonight to store it, and I'll ditch it on the way to the office tomorrow. I'm not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold on to the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Clutching the phone with one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the other. I step towards the front door. Beep, beep, beep. The phone in my hand vibrates violently, and I nearly drop it in terror.
What the?
I bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. When you message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Kotomida. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I report you to the police.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. She actually replied. For the first time since Corpse Girl started her groundwork, I've actually received a reply from a victim. Even though I use number mask, there's actually nothing stopping someone from directly replying to my message. A reply message would still get sent through the network and back to the burner phone's SIM card. Number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what the phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phone anyway, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a bit of a calling card. Judging by Kotomi's response, I assume we have a fight on our hands. She's not going to give in, is she? Her threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two, and I mash my finger against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. The message sends. In an instant, and I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not like waiting for long. Kotomi's response comes through within seconds. Their attitude has completely changed. Please, I'll do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Back 500. Czekaj. 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in the coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now, make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12, do not board the train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with the addendum I had sent, if Kotomi truly fears for her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. Her response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes!
I've done it. I've convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she is no longer hanging around. $500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but it will cover my rent for a good few months. I chose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for a victim to follow through. But I figured someone like Kotomi, an exec for a big company, would easily have access to this much though. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Kotomida will disappear before sunrise. Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station-wide platforms and underground labyrinth. The train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops and other outlets. But as I'm standing on one of the countless train platforms above ground, the world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is that I'll have to brave the maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning route doesn't require me to travel through the underground plaza. I'm able to exit the platform within minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. But coin locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground and my eyes take in the familiar sight. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti, colorful curse words sprayed on with thick paint adorn the locker. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is busted and dented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry into it with a crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing it firsthand that the lock still works despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it the perfect spot to host my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I noticed that a soda bottle sits on top of it, a soda bottle full of bubbly, opaque liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Kotomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and complete a lap around the immediate area, scanning thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station. Good, she followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approached the locker once more. I up above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open to hear the fizz hiss. I bring the lip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of a key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the bottle opening with my fingers. Thin, through, and though they are, I can squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill out onto the floor, but if someone sees me being a nuisance and causing a mess, it will draw unwanted attention. I've got no choice but to chug back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. As disgusting as the concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back and pour the foul liquid into my open mouth. The saccharine tang of artificial flavoring assaults my taste buds, and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to seeing this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is half empty that the cold metal key drops into my mouth. It clanks against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I feel droplets of soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I reach my fingers into first tight lips and recover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release a repugnant belch. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. My sticky feet adhere to my lips and it takes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into the nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. I twist the key, turn the latch and swing the locker door open. Inside the dark vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch like you would get at a grocery store. I pulled the paper bag out and took a look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out.
It worked! My plan worked!
But I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested. I can hardly believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I waited so long to try it out. All I needed was somebody to reply to the corpse photo, somebody to try and reject the fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin, and it seems that I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper bag and clutch it tightly. With my free hand I pull the burner phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Kotomida, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on your platform, stop the first person to disembark. You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. Kotomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, pack 500,000 into the bag, put it in the coin locker, retrieve the item over to your side. I've given Kotomi an opportunity. She can train under this life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, corpse girl will spare her life. It's a simple exchange and one that I bet she was willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinya or Tamura. To us, she'll be as good as dead. And as for corpse girl, well, as long as a body is claimed in exchange, she'll be satisfied. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figured that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator toward the train platform. The scene is absolute chaos. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate to this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spied the shadow form of a body lying on the platform in front of me. I can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh lights shining from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is brought across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse with one arm raised against the side of a vending machine. Boże. Adrenaline surges through me at the violent scene. Kotomi Ida. She managed to take out 2 people. She might be my new favorite person in the entire world. I hear panicked voices in the background and I turn my head slowly. What the? 2 more bodies are on the ground. 2 men in expensive-looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, pleading for somebody to stem the tide of gore. A familiar lustful tingling sensation begins to stir and rise from my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing grows heavier. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. A woman is slumped in one of the plastic chairs that lines the platform. Her head is tilted, her suit jacket stained with red. A thick knife with a black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmering blade and pools within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Kotomi Ida, dead. I swing around and take in the entire view of the platform, counting up the bodies in the path of slaughter. My mind pieces together a theoretical scenario. Kotomi waited as the train door opened. I've drawn the knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out of the train, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw laying on the edge of the platform is perfectly aligned next to the chair, next to the train to fit this theory. In a panic, Kotomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped into her second victim. The young woman slammed against the vending machine and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wounds on Kotomi's sound body, I would assume the 2 businessmen lying face down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrestle the knife away and plunge it into Kotomi's neck. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that's how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds, and it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Kotomi would meet her end once this plan has been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping down. I feel my legs weakening under my weight and I'm afraid I may buckle any second. The waves of radiating heat spreading through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood, it's everywhere. I've seen it countless photos through, and though I have become desensitized to it, but maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse in a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. I turn my heel and sprint out the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. Nice! Ile my to już gramy? 2,5 godziny. Kurczę, chciałabym w sumie, żebyśmy dotarli do takiego momentu, tego odcięcia tych chapterów, tych aktów, przepraszam, bo w sumie chyba wychodzi na to, że jeszcze nie przeszliśmy przez pierwszy akt. Podejrzewam, że późniejsze akty będą troszeczkę krótsze, no ale w sumie ciężko powiedzieć. Ja sobie jeszcze sprawdzę jedną rzecz. No. Dobra. To wracamy do giery. I tak za pół godzinki podejrzewam, że będziemy kończyć. A wybaczcie. Bo już słyszycie, że co drugie zdanie się zapowietrzam i ziewam przez to. Patrzę też ciągle na te moje krewetki, bo musiałam wpuścić tam bojownika z bardzo złych warunków po prostu, żeby miał lepiej i że tak powiem teraz obserwuję, czy czasem nie próbuję ich zjeść. Bo trochę szkoda mi krewetek. Wiem, że muszę im kupić takie mrożone żarcie, rozmrozić i dać pół kosteczki. Hejo, dzięki! Ale to najwyżej jutro. Bo w sumie musiałabym poczytać, jaka byłaby odpowiednia mrożonka dla nich. W sumie. To by w sumie mogły oba zjeść. A jak nie, no to w sumie czy jest takie połączenie, które ja bym mogła im ogarnąć. Another morning fueled by coffee. Once again, I didn't manage to get much sleep last night. I want to say it's not my fault, but I know that that's not entirely true. The grisly visage of all these slain people on the train platform was burned into my mind's eye. Every time I started to drift off to sleep, a splash of blood or a fleck of gold appeared in my thoughts, and I would snap awake again. And the sight of Gotomida with a knife sticking out of her neck made me shiver more than a few times. Nevertheless, I'm here now, at the office as usual. Witnessing violence on that level in person was a different experience than I had expected it to be. However, it has helped steel my resolve. I'll need to desensitize myself to that kind of carnage if I'm to continue with Corpse Girl's ambitions. I set down the second empty can of coffee on my desk and leaned back in my chair. I caught a glimpse of Tomo tapping away on her keyboard, completely oblivious to what went down last night. There was a news broadcast regarding the event, of course, but the finer details of what occurred have been kept under wraps. It'll probably take the police and the media a little more time to get the story straight. It's not often that a mass killing spree takes over the news, and whether or not the identities of those involved will be revealed is beyond me. For now, I'll assume that Tomo is in the dark about the event. I don't take her as the kind of girl to be up to date on current events. Even if she did hear about the stabbings, she couldn't possibly know that Kotomi was the culprit. I should probably fill her in later though. She'll want to know that Corpse Girl claimed her victim, even if it was in kind of a roundabout way. I stretched my arms above my head, let out a small sign, and proceed to crack open. Podejrzewam, że trzecią.
You got a minute?
Shit, yeah. I wanted to speak to you anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, you go first.
For sure. Well, I wanted to thank you for killing Kotomi Ida. I don't know how you did it, but thanks.
Huh? How did you know she died?
Oh, come on. She didn't come in today, right? And there was that brutal stabbing incident over at the station last night. It don't take a genius to put 3 and 3 together.
Nie uwielbiam go na te wszystkie powiedzonka, przetegowuje. Przemienia. To jest takie urocze.
That shit went down so close to here, where we spend so much of our time. Chances were good that it affects someone you know.
I shake my head at her logic. The city is home to more people than you can count. I don't know how she came to the conclusion, but the fact that she's actually correct just blows my mind.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it then.
I'm thankful. For serious. And Corpse Girl really did me and Shinya solid. If there's ever anything you need, like, no matter how dirty, then count me in. I owe ya.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. So, like, what'd you want to say to me?
Oh, I was going to tell you that Kotomi is dead.
Beat you to it, skank! But I got a question or two. How'd you get someone to go on a killing spree and take Kotomi out along with the others? I mean, it wasn't you going around stabbing people, was it?
No, of course not.
Oh?
It kind of happened outside my control. I sent Kotomi a photo of her corpse, just like Corpse Girl's standard mode of operation. And I gave her the instructions to kill someone, if she didn't want the circumstances of the photo to come true.
Holy shit.
She kinda ran with it, I guess. Seems like she took out 4 people before someone fought back and stabbed her. I think I'm in love with her, to be honest.
You weird slut! That's horrible!
What can I say? She went above and beyond.
Still, thanks. Really. Shinya will be stoked.
That's okay. I'm just doing Corpse Girl's job. Where is Shinya, anyway?
Oh, he was in earlier. Went home a bit early because he wasn't feeling well. Think it was just because he was dreading running into Kotomi, but...
Aww.
Well, he'll sort himself out soon enough. You know, Noriko, you've changed a lot.
I have?
To dobrze czy źle?
Totes. I mean, I know you act different around me now that we're friends, but it's more than that. You look, I don't know, kind of better? Healthy or something?
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Serious, though. I don't know. Maybe I just see you different now that I know who you really are.
Psychopatka?
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. You wanna grab a bite or something?
Not today, sorry. Maybe another time?
Sure thing. Right. See you, skank!
Someone slaps my shoulder affectionately and takes off towards the train station. If I remember correctly, she did say that she'd be happy to help me out in the future, no matter how dirty the work is. I'll completely have to take her up on the offer if the need arises. Another interesting thought crosses my mind. Tomoe seemed kind of surprised that I managed to manipulate Kotomi into going on a killing spree. To be honest, I'm also amazed I managed to pull that off. Which gets me thinking, would it be possible to manipulate more people in the future? After all, I came out of last night's ordeal with 500,000 yen in cash and a bunch of bodies claimed in Corpse Girl's name. It's a fascinating prospect. There might be something to this. If I can successfully pull the right strings, Corpse Girl's ultimate ambition might be fulfilled sooner than I thought. I continue to dwell on the unlimited possibilities as I make my way to the station. Standing on the train platform, and thankfully not the same one from last night, which has been temporarily closed, I stare into space, completely lost in thought. I start to wonder how Kodra is getting on with finding us a suitable location. As I fantasize about having an abandoned warehouse or factory to call our own, my phone cries out desperately for attention. I retrieve it from my handbag and glance at the screen. Kodra is requesting a noise voice chat. I absently-minded wonder if he read my mind and knew I was thinking about him as I answered the call.
Hello.
Want to see the place?
No greeting, huh?
Sauce. Hi. Want to see the place?
What if I'm busy right now?
Ah, Sauce. You busy?
No.
Right? Want to see the place?
I roll my eyes and decide to just go along with it. After all, I am dying to move ahead and see what kind of location he has secured for our work.
Yep. Where is it?
Mad. Shin Okubo, behind K-Town.
Dobra.
An abandoned factory. Just what you wanted.
Corpse.
Okubo. That's suspiciously convenient.
Why?
I work in Shinjuku. It's just one station away on my train line.
Okay, I'm heading there now. You in?
I'm in. How do I get to the factory from the station?
Exit the station to Okubodori. That's K-Town proper. I'll message you the full address.
Okay, got it. Just head through Koreatown. I'll be there soon.
Mad. Bye.
Bye. Kodra ends the call and I immediately receive a message with the factory's address. Seems easy enough to get to. I feel a bit nervous about going there. It's a new place and it's located in a town I don't normally travel to. But for some reason I feel energetic. I actually feel and trust enthused about it. Maybe it's because I haven't been hidden away at people all day. Hidden away at home all day. I've been at work around other people. Perhaps that helps me acclimate to the concept of going somewhere new. And the chances of someone sneaking up behind me and strangling me in a broad daylight are pretty slim, I think. As I put my phone away, the train pulls up to the station, to the platform. Boże kochany, ja nie wiem jakim cudem ja patrzę moimi własnymi oczami na te słowa i z moich ust wychodzi całkowicie coś innego niż jest napisane. The same train that was going to take me home will take me to Obuko. It's the very next stop from here. I'm a little wary of how convenient this is turning out to be. Could be Kojiro is luring me into a trap, but I don't know. I think he genuinely wants to be involved with Koebskill's work. I approach the train and stand by the doors, ready to disembark at the next station. The abandoned factory is almost exactly how I imagined it would be. Tall, broad, but foreboding, eroded and worn out, with brick walls and steel sheeting covered with thick layers of black exhaust. Gigantic metal pipes protrude from within and wrap around the exterior, only to re-enter through vents here and there. A series of ventilation shafts and chimneys line the roof, but they don't release even a single puff of smoke. This place has been shut down for a long time. The front entrance is located at the rear of a small parking lot. It's a simple steel door that has been chained up and padlocked. further along the side of the building is the loading dock, an expanse of asphalt that leads to the concrete path and a giant roller door. In the dock sits the relic van covered in a brown tarpaulin.
This place is amazing.
You haven't seen inside yet.
O mój Boże. On jest w normalnych ubraniach. Niespotykane. I glanced towards the steel door securely chained shut and wonder if anyone has entered within the last decade. If Kojiro has checked out the inside, then he did well covering his tracks.
How do we get in?
Around here.
I follow his lead as he walks there toward the corner of the building. A steel railing bars our path, but he swiftly hurdles over it and continues down the side of the factory. I take a minute to climb the railing, making sure not to twist an ankle as I stick the landing on the other side.
Through here.
Kojiro points to an open window. Thankfully, there seems to be enough of a gap for someone as large as Kojiro to slip through. I shouldn't have an issue getting in either, despite my thin, heavy-set frame. He slides in first and I quickly follow. And with that, I find myself inside the factory. The place is huge, it's an open plan design and it's pretty much empty. A few street pieces of old machinery line one wall, a small forklift, a pallet jack and a bunch of buckets and mops catch my attention. All of this could be useful for a little operation. A number of iron workbenches are piled up in a stack. They look heavy and rusted, but they would probably make good tables for resting corpses on. Aside from these miscellaneous items, the factory is essentially bare. The concrete floor is in bad shape, cracked and worn from probably 50 years of use. The thick brick walls are scorched in some places and dented in others. Still,
It's perfect.
Thanks. Figured you'd approve.
How did you know about this place?
Kojiro doesn't answer immediately. His eyes turn to the stupendously high ceiling with its array of glass sunlight beaming light down upon us. After a minute, he turns back
Dad
to
used
me.
to work here.
Is that?
What did he do here?
This place used to manufacture steel fencing, chain link fences, barbed wire, chicken mesh, that kind of thing.
I see.
A lot of that is imported now. There's still an industry here, but Dad couldn't compete. Went out of business maybe a dozen years ago. Died about a month later.
He died?
That's how it goes.
I'm sorry.
We weren't close. Well, could have been closer.
So, how come no one else bought the factory?
Look around. It's a dump. Who'd want it? Cost a fortune to fix or rebuild.
Więc masz po prostu pod ręką pustą
Wonder if
fabrykę.
it was waiting for us.
Yeah. I wonder.
It definitely all seems too good to be true, but this is the real deal. This is our factory now.
Going half on this, right?
Right.
Okay. Good. Welcome home then. Or something.
Let's work well together.
Roger that.
Yoo-hoo! I've entered an unlikely partnership with Kojiro. We've obtained a base of operations, safe from prying eyes. The next step is to fill this factory with corpses and carry on with Corpse Girl's grand scheme.
Thanks for accompanying me home.
No problem. Should I come upstairs?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. By the way, when are we starting work?
Well, as soon as as soon as Corpse Girl receives another request for a death, we can start on it.
Oh, no grand heist from the morgue first?
Think about it. It's important that the cadavers I use match the details of my victims. I won't know what kind of cadaver to use until I receive a photo of the victim.
Guess that makes sense.
No.
What's the big plan anyway? How do we lift corpses from the morgue?
I had a feeling he would ask about this sooner or later. I did tell him that I had a perfect idea after all.
I imagine the biggest issue is writing off the bodies, so to speak. If a cadaver goes missing or is unaccounted for, there will be an investigation. Am I right?
Guess so.
We need to be able to take the bodies away from the morgue without anyone ever knowing they're gone. So, the solution is simple. We only take the cadavers that are due to be cremated.
Okay, wise guy. A delivery company picks up the cremains nearly every day.
Huh? Cremains?
That's what the ashes are called.
Oh, right.
So what do we hand over? Empty canisters?
It's simple. Fake ashes.
Yeah, right. Fake ashes. Like I just have those lying around.
Who just starts mid-sentences there straight at me.
Might be onto something.
Don't tell me you do have those lying around.
Not fake ashes. Real cremains. Bodies are cremated every day. Wouldn't be hard to take a bit off the top.
Huh?
Could probably get away with like a quarter?
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
No, jak będzie ciało spalone, to po prostu on troszeczkę będzie im ubierał, żeby się nie zorientowali. I będzie odkładał i będą mogli wziąć i później podrzucać tej firmie.
Sauce. Every time someone gets cremated, I'll collect a quarter of the ashes, store them, put them aside. Won't take long to fill up a whole canister.
Let me see if I follow you. You gather up a little bit of ash from every cadaver that gets cremated. Whenever we want to hoist a body from the morgue, we use the previously gathered ashes to fill a canister. We slap a label on it that says, "These are the remains of so-and-so." Then we take so-and-so out of the morgue. We record that their body has been cremated, when in reality, it's been snatched from the morgue. I imagine the canister of ashes just gets picked up with all the others going out on the same day.
Pretty much. We also put a token in the canister.
A token?
Like a dog tag. Has the cadaver's serial number engraved on it. Normally attached to the body before cremation. They don't burn. Lets the cremains be identified later.
I see. Can we get our hands on those tokens?
Sure. The bodies we're lifting from the morgue are due for cremation anyway. I can get the tokens engraved without a hitch. Proper serial numbers and all.
Okay, good. This is getting complicated, though. There's quite a bit we have to remember to do.
Don't worry. I'll take you through it when we need to. Most importantly, I'll need to start gathering portions of cremains. Need to have those collected in advance.
Yeah. Thanks. Really.
Oh.
No props. But big question remains.
What's that?
How do we move cadavers out of the morgue? Ever tried lifting a stiff? Not easy. And you're no bodybuilder. No offense.
None taken?
Look, security in the joint is minimal. I'm there alone like 90% of the time. We don't have to worry too much about getting busted, as long as we cover our tracks, of course, and only take cadavers we've written off, as you put it. Bodies nobody will come looking for.
Hang on. Are there security cameras, alarm systems, anything like that?
Don't think so. Plenty in the hospital proper, though.
That's fine. As long as the morgue is clear.
Still, answer my question. How do we move the bodies? You got a hearse? A truck?
No, but surely we could get something. what about a small van?
You got a license?
No.
Need a driver's license. And not just that, needs to be suitable for a van. A medium vehicle license, I think.
Oh, I don't have a license, but surely driving a van can't be that hard, right? We could just rent a van and wing it.
No i złapie nas policja i nas zakuje w kajdany, bo jeździmy bez uprawnień.
Uh-huh. Can't even rent one without a license.
Tam koło fabryki był van.
Okay then. Do you have the right license?
Don't look at me. Never driven a vehicle in my life.
Tomek!
Yeah, me neither.
Great. So this is a bust.
I put my head in my hands. We got so far, we secured the factory, planned out our heist and...
Hang on.
Czemu nie weźmiesz go do środka? To chyba takie trochę podejrzane, że siedzicie na klatce schodowej i w sumie gadacie o martwych ciałach. No, o martwych ludziach i o przenoszeniu ciał. I whip my phone out of my bag and skim through my noise contacts. I'd prefer to text and call, but I'm too impatient right now to wait for a response. I start a voice chat request and wait for the recipient to answer.
Hey, Skank, what up?
Tomoe, hey, you got a sec?
Sure.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yep. No car, though.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is your license good for?
Like cars and scooters.
Not vans?
I mean, I don't think so.
I curse under my breath.
Yo, what's the problem? You need a lift or something?
Not quite. I need to, pick something up.
Oh, something big? That why you need a van?
Yeah?
I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I can't even rent a van with my license.
Yeah, I know.
I shoot at the fleet glance at Kojiro and he just shrugs. A look of I told you so on his face.
I mean, if you're desperate, you could just buy a van.
Huh?
I see secondhand vans listed for sale all the time. Check out the noise marketplace and the classifieds pages. No one will check for a license on a private sale. It's just one chump selling a van to another chump.
Holy shit. You're right. You're a genius.
Well, I don't know about that.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, you wouldn't object to a driving gig, would you?
I do owe you one, I suppose. You want me to drive a van, though? If I get busted on my license, I'll go to prison.
You won't go to prison. It'll be a fine at most, I think.
I look at Kojiro and he gives me another shrug.
Look, if you get a fine, I'll pay for it. That cool?
Yeah, what the hell? What are the chances of getting busted anyway, right? Can you text me the deets or whatever? The address and stuff? Shinny just got to my place, so I gotta get the door.
Okay, will do. Thanks, Tomoe.
Sure. Later, slut!
I end the call and feel a wave of excitement flooding through me.
You get all that?
More or less. You girls sure are loud.
Sorry. So, I'll need you to do me a favor.
Buy van, right?
Yeah, you're a big, strong man. You won't get ripped off. I'm just a poor little girl.
Cut it out. I'll do it. But you got the money?
Tak.
As a matter of fact.
I fondly remember swindling a cool 500,000 yen from Kotomida just this week.
We've got a 500,000 budget. Will that do?
Maybe. Can't get you anything modern, but I'm sure it's enough.
Great. You think you can get something tomorrow?
I'll try. The noise marketplace, right?
That's right.
Well, no promises. I'll do my best.
Noise. Facebook.
Thank you, really.
Widzę, że podobieństw jest coraz więcej.
Yeah. Okay, I'm heading off. Unless you actually do want me to come upstairs.
No.
Roger that. See you tomorrow. Probably.
God returns with a little more than a wave. Exits the building and crosses the street. I quickly ascend the stairs with a slight spring in my step. To, że nikt ich nie podsłuchał, to jest naprawdę cud, nie? Masakra. Oni nie myślą w ogóle o tym. I'm more eager than usual to get the day started. When I get out of bed, I take my medication just like usual. I've been good at keeping up with it lately, sticking to my newfound convictions. I wash down the tablets with a glass of water. After getting dressed, I put on my makeup. The same morning routine, the same movements, the same actions. But I feel good today. I'm not dragging my feet. I'm happy that things are moving forward, both for me and for Corpse Girl. As I'm packing my handbag, I receive a call for Aoi. Aoi, I haven't spoken to her for a little while. In fact, the last time we spoke, I think it was way back when she didn't come into the office for her first day of work. That was nearly 2 weeks ago. Shit, I really dropped the ball. I'm supposed to be trying to look after her, but I've been so caught up with my own crap. In addition, I've been actively trying to put her out of my mind in order to get over my feelings for her. But now I feel like I've just neglected the poor girl at a time when she needs me the most. I hurriedly answered the call, too guilty to keep her waiting any longer.
Aoi! Hey! Noriko? I'm so glad you called. I've been a terrible friend. I haven't kept in touch with you. No, it's okay. Really. I've been busy. I should have called you earlier. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's okay. Did you want to talk to me about something? Yes. Well, I think so. Please, you can talk to me about anything. I'm Noriko, remember? Yes, that's true. So, I wanted to ask, have you ever heard of something called Corpse Girl's website?
Oj. Masakra, dajcie mi chwilę. All I knows about Corpse Girl.
Yeah, I've heard rumors. Really? Wow. So, does it really exist? Apparently, yeah. I couldn't find any solid information about it. What is it? Well...
How do I explain this to her? Should I explain this to her? Oh, is so sweet and innocent. Does she need to know about a website designed to conjure the omnipresent specter of death?
It's all just hearsay. I wouldn't take it too seriously. Oh, but I want to know. Well, people say that you can use the site to request somebody's death. Request a death? But how? How does it work? Really, I don't know. I've heard that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse. The photo is supposedly sent from the future. Whoa. Really? That sounds like something from a manga. Yeah, suppose it does. Have you ever used the website?
A po co ci to wiedzieć?
Of course not, silly. What kind of person do you think I am? Sorry. Why are you so excited about this anyway? Oh, no reason.
I kinda just like weird stuff like this.
You do? Huh, I never knew that.
You don't know everything about me, Miss Noriko.
Even through the phone, I can sense that Aoi is in a happier mood than usual. Her cheery voice gets me a sense of nostalgia. Przepraszam was. And I think back to the time we spent together in school.
Don't go using the site, okay? It's not good to mess with crap like that.
Don't worry, I wouldn't use something so scary. I just heard about it and, well, I got kind of curious is all.
Alright. By the way, how is everything? Are you still working at the maid cafe?
Yeah.
And that customer of yours?
He's still around.
You're not in trouble, are you?
No.
A light suddenly switches on in my mind. And I realize why Aoi was asking about Corpse Girl's website.
You're not thinking about requesting that guy's death, are you? Aoi, you told me that you didn't even want to get the police involved. Now you want him dead?
It's not what you think, okay? If he dies, it won't be because of me, right? Then the rest of my family won't know I was involved. They won't disown me or think less of me.
Aoi.
Look, I'm not going to go ahead with it, okay? Besides, you don't even believe the site works, so...
I feel terrible for Aoi. Part of me wants to scream for her to do it, to request that asshole's death and let me or Corpse Girl take care of him. But part of me knows that she can't handle it. She would be crushed with guilt if he really did die. She's delicate and emotional, being responsible for the death of another human being, a family member at that, would devastate her.
Aoi. My best advice for you is to go to the police. Don't mess with requesting his death.
Okay. I gotta go now.
I can see her pounding face in my mind. The face she makes when she doesn't get something she wants. She's not a childish person, but her disappointment is often evident in her expressions.
I'll speak to you soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
She ends the call and I heave a sign. I get the nagging feeling that she's going to do something rash, but really can I blame her? That guy, whoever he is, has been harassing her for so long. It's only natural she'd be at her wit's end. So if she makes the request, I'll take care of it. And if the guilt eats away at her, I'll be there to comfort her. It's the least I can do to my friend. It's the least I can do as her friend, Noriko. It's the least I can do as Corpse Girl. As I resume getting ready for work, I can't help but replay the conversation in my head. Aoi definitely seems excited about the prospect of Corpse Girl's website being the real deal. Excited, eager, filled with anticipation, that same dizzying feeling I get whenever I'm waiting for a victim's death. And then it hits me, and I immediately realize why Aoi was so excited, why she called me in an uncharacteristically talkative mood. She wanted my opinion on Corpse Girl's operation. She wanted affirmation, confirmation. She wanted reassurance that her victim really is going to perish. She doesn't know that I'm Corpse Girl. She doesn't know that I'm Corpse Girl. She simply wanted a knowledgeable friend to confirm that if the rumors are true. Because she has already submitted her victim's photo to the website, and she can't wait to find out if he's going to die. Throwing my hand back to the floor, I grab my laptop from the bed. It's right where I left it before falling asleep last night. I put it up and log into Corpse Girl's website. The blinking notification that I dream about seeing greets me. 3 new requests.
3 new requests? How?
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I quickly queue up the photos to download. My te panie znamy? Przynajmniej, no, znamy je, a ta po środku to... no. After a few seconds, they all open up, and I flick through them with a dumbfounded expression plastered across my face. They're all female, so that rules out my theory that Aoi has requested the death of the guy harassing her. I suppose she really was just excited about the prospect of the website, but hadn't actually gone through with anything yet. Czekajcie, bo mi się do mojej owsianki dobierają. But what really surprises me about the new request is that I'm... moment. Out of all people in the world, what are the chances of knowing multiple people requested through the website? Is that I recognize one of the young women, yet not the person I'm familiar with. The girl is Emi Katsuno. If I remember correctly, she went to senior high school with Aoi Shinya and myself. I never liked her much. In fact, she was somewhat of a bully toward me, nothing more than name-calling, but in my mind that's as bad as anything else. It's not hard to imagine someone wanting her dead. The other 2 victims are strangers to me, a dead sea looking ahead with pink hair and a worn-out strained. Women who could be anywhere from 20 to 40. To get 3 requests all at once is remarkable. How am I going to work through all of these? It's a shame that my operation with Kojo isn't fully set up yet. It would be fantastic to go all out on these requests, secure some corpses and take some truly convincing photos. Well, that's all. But there's no use stressing over that. The best thing I can do is simply to get work on forging some photos. In fact, maybe I'll skip work today so I can dedicate time to crafting these photos. It's Friday after all, it's pretty much the weekend, no one will care if I don't show up at the office. I nod to myself, as if convincing my own mind that I'm making the right choice. I load up the database of the deceased. I step outside my apartment building, squinting in order to defend myself from the overwhelming rays of sunlight assaulting my eyes. As narrow as my vision is, I'm able to determine that Kojiro is nowhere to be seen. Where is he? Once again, he's making me wait. As I mumble under my breath, I hear the screeching of tires and watch in disbelief as a van pulls up outside my apartment building. It's a beat up old thing that may have once been white, but it's now covered in grime. The windows are either tinted or encrusted with dirt. To my surprise, the window on the passenger side. Teraz to w sumie mamy fabrykę i przyszły 3 zlecenia, z czego jedno zlecenie widzieliśmy na początku na początku gry i właśnie podjechali nowym vanem, który kupili i teraz mamy szansę kraść ciała i przerabiać bardziej realistyczne zdjęcia robić, no bo będziemy tak naprawdę robili te ciała na podobieństwo osób, na których jest zlecenie i będziemy im wysyłać takie te. No, więc w ogóle smacznego, bo wiem, że masz przerwę teraz, ale wydaje mi się w sumie, że na dzisiaj będziemy powoli potem kończyć. Nie wiem w sumie, czy to nie byłby dobry moment, bo z tego powodu, gdyż ponieważ tak, zmiana i zmieniliśmy dzień i w sumie sceneria nam się zmieniła. Dobra, to ja zapisuję i będziemy na dzisiaj kończyć. Postaram się w przyszłą niedzielę na kolejnego live'a. Może, bo w sumie jutro też mam wolne. Nie obiecuję, ale może też się w sumie coś wydarzy. Zobaczymy, jak to tam będę miała z czasem i co będzie w sumie do zrobienia. W środę też chyba mam... Nie, czekajcie. Niedziela, poniedziałek... We wtorek też mam. Więc w razie czego w sumie coś można ogarnąć. A chciałabym już w sumie pocisnąć tą grę, bo nie powiem... Chcę się dowiedzieć, o co chodzi i jak im to wyjdzie i w ogóle i czy Kojiro będzie z Noriko i w ogóle mam nadzieję, że Tomoe będzie miała dobrą relację z Shinią i w ogóle i kocham ich wszystkich równo. No a tam w tym aucie to siedzą same seksiaki, naprawdę. Dobra. W sumie 3 godziny, 3:15, tak też planowałam, 17:45, 18 skończyć, bo w sumie nie mamy pojęcia, kiedy się kończy ten akt, nie? Więc nawet nie jestem w stanie tego w żaden sposób sprawdzić, no chyba, żebym w sumie siedziała na necie i jakieś tam, nie poradniki, tylko jakieś walkthrough właśnie przeklikiwała, ale to najwyżej zrobię za chwilę. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało, w sumie mi się super podobało. Cieszę się, że w końcu udało mi się zrobić tego live'a. Jeżeli chodzi o nagrywanie, na razie nie będę nic obiecywać. Wiem, że musimy skończyć Syberię i to tak w sumie by już wychodziło, że musimy na gwałt ją skończyć, bo dawno nic nie robiliśmy z tą serią, ale powiem wam, że na razie spróbuję się ustabilizować z live'ami, a później dopiero będę myśleć o nagraniach, później dojść, że nagrania trwają dłużej, bo tutaj poświęciliśmy 3 godziny na grę, ale tutaj i były interakcje i w sumie szliśmy dalej i ja tak naprawdę później nie muszę tego edytować, nie? To automatycznie zapisuje się u mnie na YouTubie. Ja to potem, jak tam się już kilka więcej zbierze, to ja to wrzucam po prostu do odpowiednich playlist. No widać, że lubię tą grę, no uwielbiam tą grę. I tych ludzi w aucie też w ogóle. Ja to jak się więcej nagromadzi, to ja to daję na playlisty. No a tutaj, jeżeli chodzi o nagrywanie, to muszę nagrać dłuższy materiał niż potem wyjdzie odcinek, bo wiem, że będę wycinała momenty. No i tutaj jest te edytowanie, które przeważnie zajmuje 2 razy tyle, ile było nagranie. Już się staram jak najszybciej, ale niekiedy to jest po prostu... To jest to, że to jest ta dodatkowa robota. Że nie dość, że ta gra, że powiedzmy nagrywałabym kilka odcinków, tak 3 godziny odcinków w sumie, no ale potem edytowanie tego to będzie z 6 godzin. bo to się musi wyeksportować wszystko, nie mogę za bardzo szaleć, bo potem komputer traci na zasobach i się śmieszne rzeczy dzieją, nie? Więc... Dobra, nie będę więcej wam zabierać czasu. Życzę wam miłego wieczorku, miłej niedzieli. Kontakt jest w opisie. Musiałabym w końcu sprawdzić tego Gmaila, ale liczę na to, że jak coś się pojawi, to w sumie dostanę powiadomienie, ale jeszcze się tam przejdę i zobaczę w sumie, czy coś nie wskoczyło, ale najaktywniejsza jestem na Instagramie i najczęściej go uruchamiam, więc tak będzie chyba wam najłatwiej w razie czego. Więc tak, do zobaczenia następnym razem. No i pa, pa!